Good afternoon and welcome. I'm your host, Kaylynn Pride, and this is a show where we let you know what's happening around campus. As students and faculty at Delaware State University start a new year, they are also welcoming a new president. Dr. Tony Allen, who first served as the university's provost, is now the 12th president of Delaware State University. Hello, Dr. Allen.
Hey, Kaylynn, how you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you for joining me.
Glad to be here. This is your first show.
This is my very first show, so I'm nervous, but I'm excited because you're my first guest.
Don't be nervous.
All right, so let's just jump into it.
Okay.
First question, how does it feel stepping into your new role as president?
It feels great. It feels great. I've been at the university for about 2.5 years. As I've told people, I've been chasing Delaware State University for a long time. It's been a lifelong journey for me, both to be at an HBCU and to be at Delaware State University. So to have the opportunity to have learned the university quite well over the last couple of years and now to enter as its 12th president is quite humbling for sure, but also incredibly exciting because I know of the enormous possibilities this university holds.
All right. So as president, what's your vision for the university?
So you may have heard me say it a couple of times, but I want us to be the most diverse contemporary HBCU in America. And I use those three pillars very specifically. Our diversity is already a great strength of ours. We are a historically black college for sure, but we represent students from 23 different countries and faculty from 44 different countries. And when you think about diversity in our smaller, more connected world, we can do it better than most and can prove that when you have a diverse population of students, staff, and faculty who are all interested in access to quality education, you can really set the agenda not only for your community, but for the nation and the world. Contemporary is important as well. We want to feel like this is a place where students want to come, where faculty want to be as well, and where we can give you real world tools that really help you prepare yourself for the 21st century. This is one of the ways we're doing that actually. So to have you running your own show on campus as a student is important to us as well.
Thank you.
And the final thing is historically black college university.
Yes.
As you know, we are a rich, rich institution. And historically black colleges and universities across the country are very important. Many people often ask me, do you think HBCUs are still relevant? My answer is always the same. If you didn't have us, you'd have to invent us.
Amen. So with that being said, what are your top priorities? Like, what are the first things that you really want to tackle as president?
The first is culture. I want our students, staff, and faculty to really be proud about this institution and to be able to interact and work with each other in a really thoughtful way as we move forward. Some of that has to do with how we communicate with each other. Some of that has to do with the tools we provide to each other. And some of that is making sure that our vision is aligned to tackle the toughest challenges in our state. The second is the student experience. I want the student experience to be core to who we are. We already had a great president, Dr. Michoud, whose mantra was student first. We want to continue that legacy as well. And then the exposure and profile. This is a top-notch university. HBCU or otherwise, it's a top-notch university. And I think the world needs to know that, and we're going to make sure that happens.
I agree, and you talked about students being proud. Well, I am definitely a very, very proud Hornet.
I know that.
I just want to put that out there. And final question, you just talked about Dr. Michoud, so I know those are some pretty big shoes to fill. With her leaving her legacy, how do you plan to continue that on?
Well, the good news is I had the opportunity to work closely with her every day since I've been in this role. So learning from her was really some of the greatest lessons in my life. She really taught me how to put students first, what that really meant besides the words, and also to carry the legacy on in a thoughtful way. We are, as you might know, not only a fine university, but an economic engine in the state of Delaware and in Kent County. We have about $260 million of economic impact to the state of Delaware, $260 million, $80 million of which is right here. That's because of folks like you. So being able to tell that story in the same way and with the same energy and talent that Dr. Michoud has, I will continue to do that. And in addition to taking us to the next level.
Wow, okay, well, you are definitely putting students first, especially by being my first guest, I must say.
Well, thank you. Thank you, it's been an honor.
And thank you so much for coming, and this has been Around Campus.